Hello, and welcome to Thursday. Now, we're a bit zoomed out, but that's fine, so I'll just speak a bit more. But we've been waiting for today for a couple days. Now, if you remember, what was it, Monday? Maybe? A couple days ago, I mentioned about ordering some stuff to solve my little internet problem in the basement. And if you remember, one of the solutions that I did a couple of months ago, I believe it was right around Black Friday, picked up one of these guys, which is a Asus router. It's a cheap like a relatively cheap router. Basically, the only reason we wanted this was because of this feature, the AI mesh. Back in 2019, I ordered went to the store, picked up this beast of a router. This thing was like super top of the line when it came out, and yeah, it's pretty overkill for a router. The features that this had, it had some pretty decent features, and we were having a huge problem with networking issues around that time, so I was sick of it, got my own router, been happy with it since. This had AI mesh, which I didn't care about, but it is a feature that allows me to connect these two routers with an Ethernet cable to essentially make this one wireless access point, so that I can, with a very long cable, I can have Wi-Fi wherever I want. Just need to run a single cable. The issue is that the Wi-Fi signal in the basement was quite weak. So after setting this up in the living room, which is one floor down, right underneath me, it meant that I would have should have a better signal, because nobody wants to be drilling holes or running cables down another flight of stairs. We already have one cable that runs down a flight of stairs, and drilling holes is annoying, so we're not going to do that. So, picked up a few things to see if we can assess with that. The big thing would be this. This is a MoCA adapter. Now, this came actually open just now. This arrived seconds ago, and this is already open. So that's not a great sign, but I'm just going to give it the benefit of the doubt and just say that it opened in transit, because it's reasonable to think that. So what these are is essentially coax adapters. These are pretty small. I guess you don't expect them to be too big, right? Recognize this cable, this port rather. These essentially allow you to connect a coax connection to this, right? So we picked up some coax cables. These plug into here, and because we have coax cables throughout the house, by connecting these, so there's two, by connecting it to this, we can use that coax connection to run Ethernet, which is great because there's a coax connection that connects to the TV downstairs, and that's exactly where I want to put the router. So, with a couple of these splitters, I just connect the coax cable that already runs next to the router up here to this, use one of these splitter cables, these cables, to connect it to... So we take the existing line, put it in the one-way, split it off into two, and then connect it here. And then we connect the Ethernet to the main router, and because there's already this setup in the basement, we connect it down there as well. And in theory, it should also work. One thing that we were missing downstairs as well is a surge protector for the TV and stuff down there, so it'll be nice to have one of these, and because we need more outlets down there, this will do in a pinch. So hopefully everything goes well. Alright, let's get started and see how well this works out. Catch you guys in a bit. Okay, we're down here in the basement, and things are happening, kind of. If you look here, this light is the problem. So this one is this one's saying that if there's a secure connection, this one is there's Ethernet connected, which is not currently the case, but if I plug this into my phone, it would be. And then this one the one that just went out, is the MoCA connection. Why is my camera doing that? It seems weird. Hello? Is something off with my camera? That's not good. I will need to look into see what's happening with the camera. Hopefully the footage is fine. That's a bit odd. Anyway, let's see. Is it just the lens? I have no idea. Something's off with the camera. Anyway, because this is wonky, it means that we're getting intermittent connection, which is good and bad. Good because I spent quite a lot of time trying to troubleshoot this upstairs. Only the connection in the living room works, which is fine because we have an Ethernet cable there. I might need to run a switch in the future, but that's whatever. I don't care. Now it's back. This will come on and off, and it will just not behave because I have no idea why. And as a result, look, see, now it's off again. Every time I move the camera, every time I try to test it, I can't figure out why. I'm assuming that the adapter outside of the house is not set up properly, or it's just not compatible with MoCA, so I need to check that out tomorrow, considering how it's a little bit past midnight right now. So that's the plan for tomorrow. And then once we get that figured out, we can go from there. So, well, it's slow, but it's progress nonetheless, so hopefully we'll manage to get it figured out. Okay, we're back upstairs, and the weird thing that was happening with my phone. So, this is the... Well, let's turn down the brightness. That better? That's better. So, you can see it looks fine here, but if I go to video... can you see it? Not maybe. Maybe if I turn down the brightness a tad bit more. You can kind of see it here, but if I start recording... You can see how it like fades down a little bit. Maybe. Yeah, you can see how it's fading to black. That's weird. I don't like that. I checked the footage and it's completely fine, but this is kind of off. I don't like it. Maybe there's a way to adjust that. Probably not. Yeah, it doesn't look like... I mean, I don't care. But, well, I don't care that much, but it was off-putting initially. So it should be sunny tomorrow. It should be. That's fine, because after thinking it over, I realized that the issue is definitely going to be the splitter outside. So I was fighting with these adapters for a little bit today and just trying to get everything working. I'm guessing that if I set it up in the living room and make the Ethernet run there and hook up there and then set up something in the basement, it should work, because we were getting intermittent connections, which is better than nothing. Having it set up in the other room up here was not working. So I'm guessing it's just something weird is going on outside, and they might be on the upstairs might be on a different splitter than the other two floors, which is interesting, but it's something to take note of. So the Ethernet run isn't useless, and hopefully these splitters that I bought aren't useless as well. I think they should work. Possibly, maybe. I mean, they've been finicky, but I think that's just due to the splitter that's outside. So once that's verified, it's something I'll do tomorrow. Just make sure it's if it's not, I'm hoping that it's not compatible. If it's compatible, that's going to be a whole array of issues. But if it's not compatible, that should be the only thing that needs to be replaced, and we should be able to just easily replace that moving forward. So hopefully that'll be the end of my MoCA woes. But if not, then I don't know. I'll figure something out. there's got to be something that I can do, and I'm just hoping. When it occurred to me that to go outside, it was already dark, and now it's 1 in the morning, so not ideal. Not ideal at all. But hopefully I'll wake up and just place a single order that'll be here tomorrow, I guess, and then once that's there, I can just go outside and just start messing with cables and tell everybody, hey, TV and internet's gonna be down for 2 minutes. I just need to swap some stuff out tomorrow outside, and then inside I need to just split some cables, and then all our problems will be solved. Despite it being intermittent, the connection I was getting was pretty solid. The USB adapter I had was only limited to 100 megabytes per second, but when I ran some speed tests, it was exactly that. So seems that we're on the right track, and 100 megabytes per second should be fine. That should be solid for the basement. We don't really need anything faster. Of course, the network is capable of gigabit, and these adapters are actually 2.5 gig, but the only thing that supports 2.5 gig is the main router, and it literally does not matter, because if that's the only thing that supports, then nothing else can support it. I could obviously hook up the connection to the adapters, but again, nothing else. Like if the other router that I had, I put the box away. If the one that I bought in November worked with the had 2.5, I was looking into that. It doesn't, but if it did, I would definitely hook it up downstairs. So better. But it's not better. It's just okay for now. So at least in theory, everything works. We're assuming that there's one point of failure. I just need to inspect it, hope that is a point of failure, and swap it out, and we should be golden. If not, I'm going to be... I don't know what I'm going to do. But that's a problem for a future me. So, that's what I'm going to call it for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow. And until then,